The National Electrical Code, or NEC, itself does not provide a specific definition for an attached garage. However, the International Residential Code, or IRC, is often referenced by the NEC, and it offers a definition that is useful in determining how the NEC regulation should be applied to such structures. The IRC defines an attached garage as a garage that is connected to another building by at least one common wall and is accessible from the dwelling unit without having to go outdoors. If a pedway connecting a garage to a house is roof covered and provides a direct, enclosed connection between the two buildings, then the garage would likely be classified as an attached garage under the IRC definition. This is because the pedway meets the criteria of connecting the garage to the house by at least one common wall and providing access from the dwelling unit without going outdoors. The classification of a garage as attached has several important implications for electrical installations governed by the NEC. Firstly, it affects the requirements for receptacle outlets. Garages are considered readily accessible, and the NEC mandates specific requirements for receptacle placement to ensure convenience and safety. For attached garages, at least one receptacle outlet must be installed, and in many jurisdictions, ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection is required for all 125 volts, 15 amps and 20 amps receptacles. Secondly, lighting outlets are also affected. The NEC requires that at least one lighting outlet be installed in a garage. The location and type of lighting fixture must comply with NEC standards to provide adequate illumination and minimize fire hazards. Thirdly, wiring methods must conform to NEC guidelines. The type of wiring used in an attached garage, such as non-metallic sheathed cable or an M cable or conduit, must be suitable for the environment and installed according to NEC regulations. Factors such as exposure to physical damage and moisture must be considered. Fourthly, grounding and bonding requirements are also impacted. The NEC specifies grounding and bonding requirements for electrical systems to ensure safety and prevent electrical shock hazards. Attached garages must be properly grounded and bonded to the main electrical panel in accordance with NEC standards. This includes grounding electrodes, bonding jumpers, and equipment grounding conductors. Fifthly, arc fault circuit interrupter, or SI protection may be required. SI protection is designed to prevent electrical fires by detecting arc faults in branch circuits. Depending on the jurisdiction and specific requirements of the NEC, SI protection may be required for certain circuits in attached garages, such as lighting and receptacle circuits. Sixthly, the separation of circuits and equipment must be adhered to. The NEC mandates separation requirements for electrical circuits and equipment to prevent interference and ensure safety. In attached garages, circuits supplying lighting and receptacles must be separated from circuits supplying other equipment, such as garage door openers or electric vehicle charging stations. Seventhly, the height and location of electrical equipment needs to be considered. The NEC specifies minimum height requirements for electrical equipment to prevent physical damage and ensure accessibility for maintenance and inspection. In attached garages, electrical panels, receptacles, and lighting fixtures must be installed at the appropriate heights and locations to comply with NEC standards. Eighthly, the type of equipment needs to be suitable for the environment. Electrical equipment installed in attached garages must be suitable for the environment in which it is located. This includes factors such as temperature, humidity, and exposure to chemicals or corrosive substances. The NEC provides guidelines for selecting equipment that is rated for specific environmental conditions. Ninthly, surge protection may be required. Surge protection devices, or SPDs, are designed to protect electrical equipment from voltage surges caused by lightning strikes or other electrical disturbances. Depending on the jurisdiction and specific requirements of the NEC, surge protection may be required for electrical systems in attached garages. Tenthly, electric vehicle charging equipment has specific requirements. With the increasing popularity of electric vehicles, many homeowners are installing electric vehicle charging equipment in their garages. The NEC provides specific requirements for the installation of electric vehicle charging equipment, including circuit sizing, overcurrent protection, and grounding. 11thly, garage door openers also have requirements. Garage door openers are commonly installed in attached garages and must comply with NEC regulations. This includes requirements for circuit sizing, overcurrent protection, and disconnect means. 12thly, the distances to combustible materials must be considered. The NEC specifies minimum distances that electrical equipment must be located away from combustible materials to prevent fire hazards. In attached garages, electrical panels, lighting fixtures, and wiring must be installed at the appropriate distances from combustible materials such as wood framing and insulation. 13thly, overcurrent protection is also critical. Overcurrent protection devices such as circuit breakers and fuses are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. The NEC specifies requirements for the type and size of overcurrent protection devices used in attached garages to ensure electrical safety. 14thly, the working clearances around electrical equipment needs to be considered. The NEC specifies minimum working clearances around electrical equipment to provide adequate space for maintenance and inspection. In attached garages, electrical panels and other equipment must be installed with the appropriate working clearances to comply with NEC standards. 15thly, the support and securing of wiring needs to be done correctly. The NEC specifies requirements for the support and securing of wiring to prevent physical damage and ensure that wiring is properly installed. In attached garages, wiring must be supported and secured in accordance with NEC standards, using appropriate clamps, staples, and other hardware. 16thly, the protection against physical damage must be considered. Electrical wiring and equipment in attached garages must be protected against physical damage from vehicles, tools, and other objects. The NEC provides guidelines for protecting wiring and equipment using conduit, guards, and other protective measures. 17thly, the use of approved materials and equipment is critical. The NEC requires that only approved materials and equipment be used in electrical installations. This includes electrical panels, wiring, receptacles, lighting fixtures, and other components. Approved materials and equipment must be listed by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories or all, and must comply with NEC standards. 18thly, proper labeling and identification must be done. The NEC requires that electrical equipment and circuits be properly labeled and identified to prevent confusion and ensure safety. In attached garages, electrical panels, circuit breakers, and other equipment must be labeled with the appropriate information such as circuit numbers and voltage ratings. 19thly, the inspections and permits are very important. Electrical installations in attached garages are subject to inspection by local authorities to ensure compliance with the NEC and other applicable codes. Permits may be required for certain types of electrical work, such as installing new circuits or electrical panels. 20thly, the NEC references other standards, such as those from the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IEE. These standards provide additional guidance on electrical safety and best practices. 21st, understanding the specific requirements of the local jurisdiction is also critical. Local jurisdictions may have additional requirements or amendments to the NEC that must be followed. It is important to consult with local authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. 22nd, proper maintenance of the electrical system needs to be done. Electrical systems in attached garages should be inspected and maintained regularly to ensure safety and prevent electrical hazards. This includes checking for loose connections, damaged wiring, and other potential problems. 23rd, it's important to consider future needs when designing and installing electrical systems in attached garages. This includes anticipating the need for additional circuits, receptacles, and lighting fixtures to accommodate future equipment and appliances. 24th, the NEC provides tables and examples to aid in the application of its requirements. These tables and examples can be helpful in determining the appropriate wiring methods, circuit sizes, and overcurrent protection for electrical systems in attached garages. In conclusion, the classification of a garage as attached has significant implications for electrical installations governed by the NEC. By understanding the specific requirements of the NEC and other applicable codes, electrical contractors and homeowners can ensure that electrical systems in attached garages are installed safely and in compliance with all applicable regulations.